And the backpack I do have is the Waymark Evolve. The Waymark Evolve is a 35-liter frameless pack. Frameless pack has no aluminum stays on the back panel where your back sits, so you have to kind of organize your backpack a certain way so you have the maximum comfortability level. As well, you can't put too much weight onto this backpack, because sometimes I heard some people say that it hurts too much when they overload it, but I never have a problem with that. This backpack has served me very well. And with this backpack, I have connected the hip belts to the backpack. The hip belts I have is the Light AF hip belts on each side, as well as the Z-Packs hip belt pouches. They're very large. I was able to fit my iPhone 11 inside of it, as well as some other items I have in here that I will mention in a second. And then this backpack served me well. I enjoy the load lifters on them, because usually I have a lot of things inside my backpack, and I feel like sometimes I had different backpacks in the past to where it feels like it pushes my shoulders too far back, but the load lifters really do help with it. And I enjoy the mesh that this has. It feels like everything's more compressed, and as well as no one can see your dirty socks. Oh yeah, I have these little S clips, like kind of S carabiners on them. I would have my sit pad on top of my backpack. I have it strapped down on top of it. My sit pad is very comfortable, just for sitting on whenever you don't want to sit on wet ground or something. I sit on it and then lean against the tree and I just knock out. I love it. So yeah, I have a Bandana on one side, and the other side I have my Garmin InReach. So if something happens, I have my Garmin InReach available. And that Garmin is a SOS speaker, so if something does happen, I just click the SOS button. I'm able to have someone rescue me if something does happen. Then moving on the sides, I have my 1 liter smart water bottle, and then I have another one on the side just in case. But water capacity really determines of how long of a stretch you have between each water source. So in Florida, you have to carry at least 3 liters because it's pretty dry. All you have is swampy water, so it's not very, potable. And then for water filter, I have a little drawstring bag that goes where my water system is set up. I have a Sawyer Squeeze water filter. CNOC Vecto 2 liter water container is just for collecting dirty water. I keep both those items inside a drawstring bag. And then moving on, I have the Deuce number 2 trowel, as well as with the wipes and toilet paper I have. The Deuce is very lightweight. I enjoy using it. It's a big upgrade from what I used to have. And then moving on, I have the tent stakes. Those tent stakes I keep them on the outside of my bag. Moving on, I have my Tyvek ground sheet for my tent. It keeps me warmer at night, as well as protects the bottom of my tent, because my tent is made out of nylon. In the left hip belt pocket, I have my insect repellent, my gum, just regular gum you find in the stores. Sunscreen, chafing cream, so just in case you get some chafing between your legs, you gotta do what you gotta do. As well as have lip balm for dry lips, and I have my buff just in case it gets too cold and I want to cover my nose and my face. It's nice, as well as a little bit of sun protection on your neck. In the right hip belt pocket, I have my iPhone 11, and it fits perfectly in there, and it still has some wiggle room inside, so it's not tight or anything. But what I do have to say about the hip belt pockets from Z-Pack is that you need 2 hands to close it. And I used to have a Hyperlight pack, and I used to just close it with 1 hand easily, but that's my only complaint. Everything else works fine. So the first thing I have that's inside of my pack would be my Diddy bag. My Diddy bag will be my electronics and my first aid. That's what I normally keep in there. So I usually carry in my first aid kit, I have my repair kit for my sleeping pad. So any repairs I need done to my sleeping pad, that if I have a punctured hole inside my sleeping pad, I have something to fix it with. And with that little bag I have my earplugs as well. Moving on, we have a wound seal powder. Next we have ibuprofen, self-explanatory. I have a Swift Army knife as well that comes with nail clippers. And then I have a pin for popping blisters. Then Next, I have KT tape. I have duct tape for just for extra repairs. Next, I have the Leuko tape. I have my Rawology cork massage ball. I bring my toothbrush and my toothpaste. I usually just have regular toothbrush. If I'm going on a long trip, like through hike or something, I would actually consider bringing a different, more lighter type of toothbrush, like a bamboo toothbrush. Toothpaste, just toothpaste. You gotta keep your mouth clean. And then I have something that's extra, but I live in Florida, so we have a lot of murky water. So what I do bring is these little water tablets. And then I just have some extra caps and O-rings. For the O-rings are just for the Sawyer, and the extra caps is just in case I lose a cap or something. Alright, now moving to the electronics. I just have charging cables for charging things. And then next I have my Anker power bank. The 10,000 milliamp is what you see now. And if I'm going on longer sections, or I'm going more days of backpacking, I would bring my 20,000 milliamp. And then I have a Hyperlight drawstring bag for all my electronics I put into. Next, I have a Nikkor headlamp. I believe this is an NU 2500. My first aid in my electronics bag. It goes inside a Dyneema zip sack. It's from Ultralight Sacks. And then for the shelter I use the Gossamer Gear, the 2. If I'm sharing a tent with someone, I'll bring the 2. If I'm just going solo, I'll bring my Gossamer Gear, the 1. Gossamer Gear the 1, Gossamer Gear the 2, you can actually, they have a clothesline, so you're able to throw your hiking clothes, you want them to dry off or something, you just hang them over inside of the tent, and it works very, very well. But the problem with that is that it causes more condensation from it. I noticed that in the past that there's a lot more condensation than usual. And then I used the S-hook I mentioned earlier on my Waymark. I actually use it to hook it up to the strapping to the trekking pole, and it keeps my backpack off of the floor, so that if it's rain and dirt doesn't trickle down on my bag, so that when I put my backpack on, it's not soaking wet or anything. So I like to keep it hanged up and just keep it on top of that hand strap on the trekking pole. It really helps. And moving on to my kitchen setup, I have the Toaks Titanium 750 milliliter pot. It's the cutest little thing ever. I enjoy using it a lot. I never had a problem with it. It's very durable. And then next, inside of my pod, I have my 4-ounce propane, as well as a big lighter. And then next, I have a BRS stove. This thing is so small and lightweight. It's insane. I'm so glad I bought that thing. It sets up so well and never had a problem with it. And then as well as I bring an extra little quick drying towel to help clean out my pod if it's dirty or something. And then as well as I bring my Toaks Titanium long spoon. That Toaks Titanium long spoon is so clutch, because when you're eating out of like dry bags, you don't get your fingers inside the bag, so you don't get your dirty hand inside your food. And then what I keep my food contained in, and I keep my food inside of a op sack, so it's odor-proof sack, so it keeps all the critters away. If I'm going to bear country, I would bring my bear bag with the Z-Packs bear bag with the rock sack it comes with, and a 50-foot paracord line. And then I have a pack liner, and inside this pack liner I keep everything inside of it that I do not want wet, so it's just extra security. Alright, so I have a dry bag, and inside that dry bag I usually have my sleeping clothes, my quilt. So with my dry bag I have a buff, as well as like my sleep socks are the Darn Tough full cushion socks. Because I have a single wall tent, I have a quick drying towel to wipe down all the inside of the tent for all the condensation. If I'm going backpacking and I know it's going to be above 45 degrees, I bring this quilt called Get Out Gear. If it goes below 45 degrees Fahrenheit, I would bring my Enlightened Equipment Enigma. For sleep clothes, I have my Patagonia Capelines. I have my bottoms that keep me very, very warm, and it's very breathable as well as the top. So that's everything that goes inside of my dry bag. All right, next I have my Nemo Tensor. My Nemo Tensor comes with an inflatable, inflating sack that inflates the sleeping pad as well. you get the male part of the sack, the inflating sack, and you put it inside the female end of the sleeping pad itself. And then once you have those clipped together, you have to breathe out into the inflating sack about 6 inches away, but it causes like a vortex into the sack, and you kind of just catch the air, and then you roll down and you're putting all the air into the sleeping pad. I enjoy the Nemo Tensor because it has these baffles on it, which makes like my hips, because I'm a side sleeper, so it's really comfortable on my hips. What I carry for a base layer or a fleece, I carry my Patagonia R1. I enjoy that. I enjoy it a lot. It keeps you very, very warm, as well. It's very breathable in colder temperatures. But in more colder temperatures, what I do carry is my Line Equipment puffy Torrid jacket. So it's a synthetic filled puffy jacket. It's very nice, comfortable, and it's a full zip one. And then for next I have is my Frog Togs rain jacket. It's just rain jacket. So my hiking clothes and footwear I'll be wearing would be I have a neck knife. So I have like a little neck knife. I enjoy it. It comes with like a little holster. It's very quick access. So what I have is the Outdoor Research Echo Sun Hoodie, and it comes with like a hood, and it's very lightweight, but it's not that durable. And then next I have my very stretchy shorts from Target. For footwear, I wear my Ultra Lone Peaks 5.0s. And then next I had my Dirty Girl Gators. And then for socks I wear the Darn Tough Cushion hiking socks. Those things are made out of merino wool, so it pushes all the sweat to the outside of the sock instead of staying in. Finally, I have my Lecky trekking poles. Those things are so lightweight and they're made out of aluminum, and I enjoy the cork handles on them because they don't make your palms very dry. Alright, so that is everything that I do have for my backpacking gear. In the description below, I have a lighter link pack of all the backpacking gear I do have in this video. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, as well as DM me on Instagram or reach out to me if you have any questions regarding any of my gear. I am happy to answer any questions you guys do have as well. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, put the bell notification on as well, and have a great day. Bye bye.